hello, Kevin. So how long has Warped Tour UK been in
God, you know, there's always been the back of the mind, but the last, honestly, about 4 or 5 years, I've been thinking that the timing might be right, and the music might be right, and all might tie together. That, you know, the scene's become, you know, it's kind of full transition in the Warped Tour in the United States to this type of music that we're representing here, and always looking for that. And then we found the right place, the right timing, and overall, pretty good day.
Excellent.
We're dealing with all the, I guess, good problems you have from a show. Congestion and, you know, selling out all the merchandise by 3 o'clock and things, but the bands are all, it's so fun to see everyone, and, you know, for me to get to see them in November, usually I see them during the summertime, and they're all saying, wow, this is great, let's all do this next year.
It's great. So which bands, I mean, obviously been running around back, you know, behind the scenes and stuff, which bands have stood out for you today?
Oh, God, Bury Tomorrow was great, just saw their set. Saw Dead Sarah's set. I mean, just to see the Used back and Yellow, or, you know, 303. And I'm watching Less Than Jake right now. Great festival band. Men Lost Prophets who came over. It'll be fun to see their set because they had a good time on the summer tour with us. And Bring Me the Horizon is going to be out with us all next summer. So it's more of a kind of in between. It's like saying goodbye to some of the guys that you didn't get to say goodbye to last summer, and say hello to everyone that we're seeing next summer.
Excellent. So with, you know, in London, it's November. You've got 3 months of sun and, you know, dust. What's the atmosphere compare?
Well, I think we've kind of, you know, try to replicate it the best you can. You know, you're not going to have, you know, England, if we had those Florida sunshine, you guys would all go home pretty sunburned. You know, but this is, I think, the best you can do in this time of weather, and a great location, and the venue was really conducive to do a show here. It worked out real well. We just got done looking at how to make it different next year, to make it actually a little bigger, a little more spread out, a little more room.
Do you have any bands planned, you know, on the radar for next year?
Oh, well, in Europe we're starting to talk now, but a lot of the bands that are playing next summer on the U.S. tour are talking about it, but no one's confirmed.
Excellent.
A little too early.
Well, you know, we're keen to know. When you started this sort of 94 was the sort of initial, you know, the sort of first ever Warped. Did you have any expectations it would grow?
No, I mean, it was supposed to be one last summer and kind of go back and be a school teacher or do something else, and now, you know, it is, and it's, you know, it's kind of fun for me now, a lot now with these bands, because so many of them like started on the Warped Tour, and, you know, bands like Bowling for Soup or Less Than Jake or Newfound Glory and the Used have been around quite a long time, and they're coming back to the Warped Tour and playing it now on both here, you know, here today, and then on the summer tour as they become independent artists. They went through that major label phase, and now they're independent artists, and that's how we kind of started. All the punk bands that were on there were never on major labels that we started with.
Do you have any particular Warped Tour, you know, that stand out for you?
Oh gosh, you know, it's maybe just advancing here, but they all kind of blend together in a way. But in the sense of, you know, you kind of remember those good times. You know, I remember today we were, you know, when you're here, we were talking about those crazy times when we were out at Reading and Leeds, and they didn't think anyone was going to come watch the bands, and the tent got torn down a couple of years, and you start thinking about whatever city you're in, you kind of think back to those shows that happened then. And, you know, I'm having some good memories of Taste of Chaos that I used to bring over here right now, and this is kind of a cross between Warped Tour and Taste of Chaos, this feel.
Excellent. So what's the plan for the rest of the night? It's about 9.
I'm going to barbecue in a few minutes. We're going to have a barbecue. Hope you guys can come down to the deck, and you know, it should just be a good hangout. It's more like, you know, it's Warped Tour. It's you know, it's the music business, but, you know, I've kind of reached that point in my life. I've done this over 30 years that, you know, we're going to have a good time, and we're going to get a lot of work done. Everyone got a lot of work done there. There was a lot of business got done. A lot of people did a lot of work out there. But, you know, everyone's having a good time.
Excellent.
And, you know, tomorrow they'll have to go out, and a lot of them doing their own tours, and sometimes being on tour, it seems glamorous to the fans or something, but it's work and it's wear and tear. But for one night, we can all gather and have a good time, and it's the Warped Tour style today. Everyone stepping in. I mean, we had one band lost gear, and they could play a shorter set, and then one band grabbed their laptop and start DJing in between, and just kind of keep the vibe going.
Sort of a family spirit.
It always has been. And but I'm pretty tired. I got to tell you, this has been flying over here doing this, and I got to fly home back to LA for a day, and then fly back out to Philadelphia to go on my own tour. I do a speaking tour now, and I go out on Wednesday. So it's a little. I feel like, you know, but it's been good. Thanks for supporting us, UK. It's been a lot of people said that no one cared about the Warped Tour over here. So come back and have a strong day. It feels good.